Yo, what's up, everybody? What is going on? What's up, Vesti? What's up, Sacrificial Toast? 2-Hit, Satellite, Fury Fighter. Hi, everybody. Happy Thursday. I hope you're doing well on this, the third last day of 2022. I don't think there's a word for today. It's not the penultimate day. That's tomorrow, right? I don't know. Hi, everybody. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing good. Had a lovely and relaxing day today, which I will now toast to you. Cheers. Yep. We're all doing well in the Oddish household in GPG Studios. I still have my annoying cough, but I mean that's just going to be a fixture for a while. Other than that, I'm totally fine. Feel pretty normal. New Year's Eve. Okay, I will accept that toast. We can run with that. Yeah, just been hanging out, playing games. I played a bunch of Surviving Mars today. Not sure I'm gonna stick with it. Builders with production chains are always kind of tricky for me to get into, because it takes a while to learn how those production chains work. It takes a while to really understand the ins and outs, like how to optimize things, how to lay things out well, how to not run into dead ends where you're out of a particular resource but you're not ready to produce it yourself or some such thing. And Surviving Mars is neat, but I'm not sure that's the game that I want to put that effort into, figuring out all those little nuances. So I will say though, they have a really nice set of difficulties. I'm playing on the easiest mode, and man, you can just request more of whatever you need from Earth. As long as you have the tiniest bit of foresight, if you start running out of some material that you're not producing yet, you could just ring up Earth and be like, yo, I need some more polymers stat, and man, they'll have one on the next rocket ship out. So that's nice at least. I feel like I'm screwing up a bunch of stuff, but it doesn't really matter because of the difficulty I'm playing on, and that definitely helps. I think if it was the kind of thing where I had to try and fail and try and fail and try and fail until I finally got everything balanced right, I probably would have punched out already. So somebody managed to get literally every single Riddler trophy on Batman Arkham City. Nice, congratulations. That is no mean feat. There are a lot of Riddler trophies. Can we request Super Scope? No, you cannot. Unfortunately, I would be all for it. I have personally always wanted to play Battle Clash. It looks like a really sweet game. Unfortunately, I don't have any capability for it. I don't have a functioning Super Scope, and I don't have any way at the moment to emulate it. I like Battle Clash 2 a lot, though I only ever played with a mouse. Oh, okay. 440 trophies, Jesus Christ. There's a couple in Arkham City that are really touchy. I can't remember now if I did that or not. I did play Arkham City a lot, but with those like absolutely insane collectathons, I often like just get bored or distracted before rounding everything out. I mean, hell, I got there with Mario Odyssey, and it's 800 some moons in it. I definitely didn't get 800. I think I got like 500 or 600 maybe. Not that it wasn't fun, it's just after a while you're like, I think I've had enough moons. I think I'm full on moons now. I think I need a little moon break. But yeah, I'm currently shopping around city builders and the like. I recalled the name of one that I've been meaning to go back to, called Before We Leave. There's a pine needle in my hair. We got rid of our Christmas tree tonight. But there's a pretty neat one I played a while back. I streamed it. I streamed a first impression of it, and then I played it for a while. Called Before We Leave. It's about these, like, I'm not even sure how to describe it. Like these little colonists who are like repopulating these like ruined, blasted planets, and they build their way up through like wood and Stone Age technology, and they eventually build spaceships out of it, and they fly around their solar system and colonize other planets in their little wooden spaceships. It has a lot of charm. It has a whole lot of charm. That was another one where I never quite mastered the flow of resources and such in it. Part of me kind of feels like I need to just go back to something like SimCity. Something without production chains and deadly winters and the like. Something where you just build shit and it looks cool, and you wait around for money so you can build more shit. Maybe. Just got credits on Odyssey a little bit ago. Nice. Congratulations. Meanwhile, I'm like, ooh, collectible. Let's ignore this. Are you talking about Before We Leave? Yes. Yes, I was just talking about Before We Leave. I had been racking my brain trying to remember the name of that game because I played it. I streamed it a while back, and then I played it for a little bit. And I always meant to go back to it because I just love how charming it is. I find it to be an immensely charming game, but I never spent enough time with it to really like get attached to it. And I'm hoping maybe I can do that now because I'm definitely in the market for some kind of city builder, and I'm not sure Surviving Mars is going to hold my attention. Oh, you're on the second planet of your latest run. Cool. Very cool. I did manage to get to a second planet when I played it before, but I never got anything. I don't think I ever got anything substantial set up there. Also, hi, Shadows. Good to see you. I see you're getting started early tonight. Why don't I go ahead and move myself a bit so y'all can see the full scope. No pun intended, because we can't play Super Scope games. Of what we're going to be playing from this issue. A weapon glitch I got in Fallout 3 killed my want to play it, so now I don't know what I want to do. Oh, don't you hate it when that happens? The first time I played Fallout 3, I forgot that it didn't autosave, and I lost like an hour and a half of progress when I like stepped in a particularly deadly bear trap or some shit. And that almost killed my will to go back to it. Almost. But I powered through the early stuff again, and I got back, and it was smooth sailing from there. But man, yeah. Sorry, Bethesda can't make shit properly. Any interest in doing RimWorld? Those like RimWorld, Dwarf Fortress, those like super simulator kind of games have always been the hardest for me to get into. I have played Dwarf Fortress, and I could barely wrap my mind around what was going on at the time. Of course, this was ages ago. This is before it had any kind of like proper interface or anything. I played Prison Architect, which I understand to be in a similar vein, not quite as expansive, but a similar vein as RimWorld. And again, I was into it. I was really liking what I was doing, but it was just so technical and complicated that I couldn't really keep up with it. So, RimWorld or Dwarf Fortress at some point I'm gonna crack into, but I don't know if it's gonna be right now. The thing is, like, I'm in one of those moods where I'm like, I realize I have so many games that are just unplayed in my library, and a lot of them are really good. So I'm really feeling like going back to stuff that I didn't spend enough time with, rather than trying to pick up something entirely new. There's one game you should play, SimCity 2000. It's been a long time since I last played SimCity 2000. I would probably go back to SimCity 4. I really like SimCity 4. It's great for just making neat looking cities. So I kind of got attached to the even numbered SimCities. I had SimCity on Super Nintendo, and I played it a lot. But it wasn't quite what I was hoping for. SimCity 2000 was. I played a shit ton of SimCity 2000. I unlocked all kinds of cool stuff in that game. I built a really, really, really big city once. And then SimCity 3000 came out. SimCity 3000 was hard. I actually have, let me go get it real quick. I'm sure I've shown it before, but when does that ever stop me? I was so annoyed that I was getting my ass kicked by SimCity 3000 of all things that I bought the SimCity 3000 Unlimited Prima Strategy Guide, and this thing is a tome. This thing is thick. 540 pages, chat. 540 pages of SimCity 3000 strategies and tips and stuff. And you know what? I remember this helping. I remember actually building a decent sized city for once after getting this. But then SimCity 4 came out and I just played that, so. How much was this anyway? The stickers ripped off of it. I feel like I got this out of a bargain bin, honestly. MSRP for this in the US is 20 bucks. Which, like, honestly, I feel like these days, 20 bucks for a 540 page anything is a good deal. Which should give you some idea of how inflation has gone over the past few decades. But yeah, this is a good guide. I remember this. I know I've talked about this. Prima made really good guides, but I always found them very, very dry and very straightforward. There was another company, a lesser known company, making strategy guides at the same time called Cybex. And I don't know who the hell was writing for Cybex, but their strategy guides were not only useful, they were fucking hilarious. They were so funny. I would go into Walden Books and I'd go back to the nerd section and just whatever Cybex guide they had on the shelf, I would just fucking read it. I would just straight read it because it was so good. That's how much I like those things. It's a Bible and a half. Yeah, it thick. It thick. Honestly, I want to play Tracks, the train set game for like a couple. Oh, I saw that. I saw a video of it on YouTube. It's like, don't give an engineer a train set. He's building all kinds of weird, inexplicable shit. Seems like it's kind of like Townscaper, but for model trains or little wooden trains. Okay. This is a really nice Chardonnay, by the way. Made deadfall traps out of uranium in RimWorld. Imagine a spike trip on a spring made out of some of the densest shit. This game is the most relaxed I've gotten playing a game in decades. Ah, Tracks, yeah. The tip is to raise taxes. The trick is just don't cut back on funding because you'll definitely regret that. I remember both the game and the strategy guide gave the wrong directions to get through the desert in Breath of Fire 3. That's funny. Ah, Manica. Very, very bougie of you. You know, Newhouser. You know how I do. Did you have to go through a little red velvet shame cover when you slinked in the nerd section? Nah, it was on the back of the comedy shelf. So I would just go back there. It was like, I remember Walden Books was like all the new fiction and stuff was like laid out on the tables in the front and the side shelves. And then there was the cashier on the right, and then more fiction, and then that would go for like a shelf or two, and then you had the nonfiction sections. And then back past that, you started getting into more and more like special interest stuff. I remember the sci-fi and fantasy novels were all the way in the back left corner of the store. The last two shelves on the left were comedy, like humor on the front, like Garfield and Foxtrot and all those Bloom County, all those big collected editions. And then on the back of that was like the video game stuff, like the video game guides, and then like the Klutz books. Remember like do any of y'all remember the Klutz Company? They're the people who made Koosh Balls and like magic handbooks and What was it called? Icky Poo, I think. The big sticky slappy hand thing. And then back behind all that stuff was the children's section. So. Yes, they had phenomenal books with games. I had a lot of Klutz books when I was a kid. I had a whole little collection of them. Yeah, please do, Newhauser. Please do. I'm curious if you had some of the same ones I did. I had their Magic Tricks book. I had their Icky Poo book. I had some kind of like rainy day activity book or something. And I just loved them. They were so high quality. They had a lot of fun ideas. They were just fun to thumb through, even if you didn't actually do any of the stuff in them. Even so, they were still chock full of like good ideas and fun stuff for kids to do. So it was back when the nerd section also had just not very family friendly stuff, like how anime shelves used to be accidentally stocked with it. Yeah. Yep, it was like that. It was all the crude adult humor too, the stuff that no kid had any business reading. Had the Magic Tricks ones, came with a bunch of problems. Yeah, I remember the fake thumb that it came with for use in one of the tricks. That I could never pull that one over on my relatives. But yeah, those were great. Those were the days. My parents would go shopping and they'd just leave me in Walden Books, and I'd just go back there and I'd sit down on the floor and I'd like read through like the entirety of like a Garfield collection or Calvin or a Calvin and Hobbes collection that I didn't own yet. So. But they couldn't get too mad at me because I did buy a bunch of stuff there. Like whatever my parents would actually let me get some books from there, I would. I used to have so many comic strip collections. I had almost all of the Calvin and Hobbes ones, and this was before they put out the big 3-volume omnibus. I had a bunch of Garfield collections. I had a bunch of Foxtrot collections. I had the big fuck off Bloom County one that went right up until Bloom County ended and turned into Outland. I had a bunch of Far Side collections. I feel like there's something. I feel like there's a whole series I'm forgetting that I had. But yeah, I had a lot of fun books when I was a kid. Whole lot of fun books. Nothing quite stacked up to Calvin and Hobbes though. Calvin and Hobbes was just very much the peak. Calvin and Hobbes I still think is just the gold standard of newspaper funnies. Since newspapers are a dying breed, I kind of doubt anything's ever going to eclipse that either, so. Made me nostalgic for that stuff. Now I'm thinking I should probably go pick up those big Calvin and Hobbes collections, because I haven't read Calvin and Hobbes in a really, really, really long time. Post something, Curb. Oh, look here. Oh, yeah! I think I actually had that board. Yeah, I had that board game book. Yeah, I remember those. Man, they had some lush illustrations too. Those books had an incredible sense of style. Wish My Family Was That Cool. I got was a monthly Christian propaganda featuring some Christian singer called Carmen as like a comic hero, and I'm depressed remembering that garbage. Well, Fury, treat yourself to some actual good sequential art, why don't you? Had the science one too, which is fantastic. I'm not sure I had the science one. I think most of mine were just games and entertainment. Yeah, the art is super charming in those. I can't imagine Klutz is still around. Somebody has the rights to Koosh Balls though, because somebody is still putting out Koosh Balls. Used to do Magic Eye. I remember Magic. I couldn't do Magic Eye. I was so excited when I finally thought maybe I could see something in one of those dumb things. But I gave myself I don't know how many headaches trying to see that shit. I hated the Magic Eye fad. I hated the Magic Eye fad specifically because I couldn't see anything. Yeah. They're very polarizing. They're but in like a really sad way. Like, the people who can see Magic Eye stuff are like, yeah, it's okay. It's neat. And the people who can't see Magic Eye is like, God, fucking, Magic Eye ruined my shot. We hate it so much. I just want to go set all those fucking things on fire. I want to find a Magic Eye thing now that I know how to make my vision not focus on command. Managed to teach several people to see Magic Eye stuff? That's impressive. I had several people try to teach me to absolutely no avail. Get it, your whinge. Yeah. Well, if it's gonna be about something, it might as well be about Magic Eye instead of something actually important. 10 years of Walmart makes you find new talents? Yikes. Probably not the ones you want. Speaking of not the ones you want, we should probably get into the magazine tonight. But first, 2 announcements, actually. I have 2 announcements, chat. It's very exciting. The first is that tomorrow is the wheel. We are spinning the wheel once again. We're looking for roguelikes that are $15 or less on Steam. Tonight is the last night to get your picks in. I believe most of you have. We've got a good 13 submissions. So, but if you haven't, this is your last chance. So please do. No magazine only, chat. You never know. I might get distracted while I'm making my announcements. It's not like that's never happened before. Treat the image like a glass door with a glare on it you're trying to see past. That usually does it. Yeah. None of that stuff ever worked for me. So that's one thing. Wheel tomorrow night. Get in your picks while you can. The other thing, we actually have something important to talk about tomorrow night. I have been reflecting upon our Fallout playthrough. And I think there's a decent chance we might finish it next week. I would probably give it even odds, just thinking about the stuff that is left and how fast we've been going through everything so far. So with that in mind, I feel like we should go ahead and get a vote going for what we're going to start after that, because I'm not really feeling like doing a couple freebie nights. I want to go ahead and launch into something else. And I actually want to talk about the options. So tomorrow night, we're not going to start voting tomorrow night, but I am going to let you know what the options are, and we're going to talk about them a little bit. Just because this time there's a little difference between some of them. Some of them are locks. Some of them will come around again and again. Others, not so much. And I would do it tonight, except I'm still I'm on the fence about one of them. I'm trying to decide. There's 2 things that I really want to put on there, but I only want to put one of them. So once I get that ironed out, Dark Souls on every vote. It's gonna be on this one. It's gonna be the 3 runner-ups from last time and 3 new options. Just because I've been reading the room on Fallout, and I want to give y'all some options for those of you that have been really enjoying it. Because I've really been enjoying it too, and I am nowhere near tired of it. So your voting options are going to reflect that. So. What's up, Boo Blacking? Super Mario Kart really going to carry this issue? Unless one of these is an absolutely hidden gem, yeah, probably. As soon as you finish Fallout, do the next best thing. Flat out. Sorry I missed 2 days. I'm sorry you missed 2 days too, Fury Fire. I mean, I don't take it personally or anything, but I know I always feel bad for folks who get really excited when I'm going to play a particular game and then can't make it for whatever reason. It makes me wish I could stream at a more reasonable hour for folks. Planescape Torment, Arcanum, and one other. Out of This World is really good too. Out of This World is really interesting. I'll give you interesting. It's unique. I suppose we can get into it, chat. I made I made my 2 announcements and I didn't get too distracted, so it's interesting and unique like D. I will never, for as long as I live, I will never get over the reveal of why that game is called D. Never. Never. Oddish doesn't like hard games. It's true. I despise hard games with every fiber of my being. I simply cannot stand to challenge myself in any way, shape, or form. And I obviously have no qualms if the controls are weird or janky or unresponsive or anything like that. That definitely doesn't factor in at all. Still anxious for whenever Heart of Darkness comes around because your reactions are going to be pretty intense. Literally everyone I've seen play that game has a similar reaction. It makes me so happy every time. I remember how mad I was when that happened. And that usually doesn't happen. Like, usually I have my reactions and I move on, but like that whole D experience is just like, it's just etched on my brain now. It was fucking something, man. Anyway, if you know of any other games like that, let me know. And go in the garbage. All right, welcome, one and all, back to the Power Hours. We were supposed to do this a week ago. We were supposed to do this last week, and we didn't because I caught COVID, lol. But we're doing it now. We made it to October of 1992. 3 issues. 3 issues of George and Rob left, chat. That's it. That's it. There is a light at the end of this dingy, ass-smelling tunnel. And it's 3 issues away, okay? So be strong. Have heart. Take hold of something. Hold on to your asses, ass holders. Because we'll get there together, I guess. Wolfenstein 3D gets spat on Nintendo Power? It sure did. It sure did. And I think we're coming up on it relatively soon. Now that you mention it. George and Rob. George and Rob never changes. All right, so our NES offerings this month. I don't know why I went ahead and moved my face back up here when I was gonna read from the table of contents. We got Adventure Island 3, which I always get conflated with Adventure Island 2. I can never remember which one I've played and which one I haven't. Maybe I've played both, and I just don't remember what the actual difference between them is. Power Blade 2, which is one of those incredibly rare and hard to find NES games these days, which I find to be a real shame because I like the original Power Blade. I don't know how many of y'all remember when we played through that. The Arnie Schwarzenegger looking dude with the boomerangs fighting the alien menace in the future city. I like that game. I like that game a lot. I've never played Power Blade 2 though, because it's so hard to find. So we'll see how that goes. And then there's a Spooderman game. We're gonna play a Spooderman game. I'm sure we are. I'm sure we are. Somebody might have already. Yeah, somebody already requested it. God damn it. On the Game Boy, we have the oft-forgotten Game Boy Bionic Commando, which, yes, came out all the way in the year 1992. I assume that there's some major differences in this from the NES one that's not just a straight port, but I also don't remember any more detail about it. There's Tom and Jerry. Tom and Jerry on the NES was nyeh. I'm sure the Game Boy one's gonna be nyeh. And then Double Dragon 3, the bad one. The really bad one. It doesn't have to be as bad as the NES one. I hope it isn't, but oh boy. And then on the Super NES, we got Super Play Action Foosball. We've got y'all already request. Yeah, y'all. God. Yeah, y'all already requested this. Simpsons Bart's Nightmare. We get to face our fears once again. Super Mario Kart. The one thing that's guaranteed to be a hit out of this issue. And then Out of This World, which I'm sure we'll have to revisit. And I'll probably get exactly as far as I got last time before getting tired of it again. Doesn't look like there's any special features in this one. Just classified information, Counselor's Corner, the comics we all know and love. Now playing Pack Watch, all features we deeply love and adore. So with that said, chat, with no further ado, let me turn the page and let's read some letters from some idiot children. Can we think of any Game Boy ports that are better than their NES counterpart? That's actually a really interesting question. I feel like there is, and I'm trying to remember what it is. I've got something in the back of my head. But no, hurry, well, Mr. Robin George. Okay, so all I have planned, the 1992 period of Nintendo Power, my rough estimate for the schedule, assuming that we don't have anything massive in it like Soul Blazer or Arcana, is that we spend one night going through the NES stuff, one night going through the Game Boy stuff, and then one night doing the SNES stuff, and then probably a fourth night to do George and Rob and wrap things up. Of course, one of the things I love about the Power Hours is I don't give a shit about the schedule. I don't give a shit about how much we actually get done each night. So Link's Awakening, I wouldn't consider that a port. I think we're talking about stuff like Batman. Like Batman, you know, there's a Batman on the NES, there's a Batman on the I thought of it. I know. Oh my God, there is a Game Boy port that is infinitely better than its NES counterpart. Oh my God. Do you know what it is, chat? We played it recently. We played the Game Boy one recently, and I was so gobsmacked, I went back to the NES one, and I was like, yes, this was garbage. This sucked. This was awful. This is specifically between NES and Game Boy. Yeah. There is a game that is worlds better on Game Boy than it is on NES. I don't think you're gonna find anything that fared better on Game Boy than on Super Nintendo. RoboCop. Was there a RoboCop Game Boy game? Is there a RoboCop game? Is there a Man, it got it. It's Barbie. It's Barbie. Game Boy Barbie is solid. NES Barbie? No way. Hang on, I gotta check this. There are RoboCops. There's RoboCop, there's RoboCop 2, and there's RoboCop versus the Terminator on OG Game Boy. I have no memory of this. Timeout, chat. We're playing fucking RoboCop. Wait a tick. I have no memory of this. Hang on, G.I. Joe music. Hang on, y'all getting some freebies here. Why don't I remember this? I know we played it. It was 1990. That sounds familiar, actually. On patrol in Detroit. NES RoboCop is 10 pounds of shit in a 5-pound sack. It's bad. All of the NES RoboCops are bad. Ooh, I don't know about this though. I don't know about this though. What came first, Ranch or Cool Ranch? That's actually a really good question. Isn't Cool Ranch just a marketing ploy for Ranch to make it seem cooler than it is? Weren't they just afraid that Ranch wasn't gonna sell itself? That guy's a grenade! Yeah, chat, I don't know about this. I don't know about this. Because Game Boy RoboCop has an ability that NES RoboCop does not. Used to be called Uncool Ranch, they renamed it for marketing purposes. Guys who made that decent Terminator game a little while back are working on one. Oh, the FPS? Yeah, that was supposed to be pretty good, wasn't it? I like to call it Jump. Hey, RoboCop 2 on NES had that, and it didn't help at all. In fact, it arguably made it worse. Wow, I just took a grenade to the face. That says exit up there. Is that really it? Oh my god, Jesus Christ. Oh, I don't think I can go up there. Nah, Game Boy RoboCop still sucks. Game Boy RoboCop is still bad. It's just bad in a different way. I'm gonna try Game Boy RoboCop 2. I don't remember if we've gotten to this one or not. Have no memory of this place. Hello, Tradon! How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Okay, this is 1991. Verdict video game is bad. Look at that face. Oh my god, he's making like the... I'm RoboCop. Protect and serve. Officer OCP-001, disturbance by Kane's gang has been reported. They have control of an Ed 209 unit. You must disable it. All right. I'm gonna stab it. The RoboCop scowl. I think those are just lips. Those are scary lips. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Oh, I don't think so. Oh my god, no! No, this is just a port. Dude, no! This is, look at that person. He knows he's in RoboCop 2. He hates it as much as I do. This is just a port of RoboCop 2. But it's so, like, they didn't want to redo the graphics, so they just zoomed in the screen as far as they could. Chat, no! I don't want it. Oh, got it, no. I was seriously not mentally prepared for RoboCop 2 to just be RoboCop 2. I was not okay with that. I didn't think I had to be okay with that because surely they would never do something like that. Looks even worse than the NES version. There's one, okay, there is one way that this could, I feel that in my soul. There's one way that this could be an improvement. There's one single way that this could actually be an improvement. It isn't. It isn't, chat. It's not. You must return to stop the spread of nuke. You're not serious, are you? This is actually worse. This is actually worse. Because in the NES one, If you don't get enough of the objective, they send you to target practice. And as long as you pass target practice, you get to move on. That's not an option here. That's not an option here. You just do the stage over and over and over again, which means a net increase in the amount of RoboCop 2 that you have to play. That's a big no-no. That is not okay. So yes, huge disappointment. Massive failure. RoboCop ungood. Goodbye. Goodbye forever. We will never revisit this again. This tried to be shitty Shinobi, I just realized. No, that developed... I forget who the developer was. Hang on. Data East. Ocean and Data East. They had... I think they made a platforming engine, and then they were like, all right, well, we should get as many licensed games as we can on this thing and just crank them out, because Darkman was made by the same people, and it plays exactly the same way. At least Darkman doesn't have the stupid objectives, I think. Right? Developed by Ocean, distributed by Data East. I couldn't remember which one was the developer, which one was the publisher. But yeah, wow. Wow, that's depressing. Sayonara, RoboCop. Batman? Excuse me. I think the Batman Game Boy games and the NES Game Boy games are comparable. Since you mentioned them, because I'm just mentally I'm going back to the original question: are there Game Boy games that are better than their NES counterparts? Batman C64 was 80s. Okay. The Game Boy Batmans, I feel like both of the Game Boy Batmans are okay. The first NES Batman is good, and the second NES Batman is not very good. So I feel like there's more variance with the... Wait, no. Wait. Did I get really mad at the second Game Boy Batman game? I think I did. I have this memory now of like the first stage in Game Boy Batman 2, like flooding and me needing to like grappling hook across the ceiling and just not being able to do it because the controls are really stiff and janky. So actually, no, I think maybe NES Batmans are overall better than the Game Boy Batmans. Oh, you remember Deep Thought? You were irate? Okay, good. Thank you for the reminder. The Nintendo Power trading cards are a thing by now? They are, that's right. I have a few of them somewhere. Wait a second. I have to find my Nintendo Power trading cards now. They're not in my big trading card binder, so I don't know where they would be. Because they're not in the trading card binder, and they're not in that big manila envelope that I spent like 2 hours going through one night. But I know I got a stack of them. Because every issue of Nintendo Power, once they started doing them, had, what, like 6? I think it had 6 cards. Oh man, I know I have a stack of them somewhere and I have no idea where they are. I might find those for Saturday. I might see if I can dig those up by Saturday. I mean, I'm off of work. I got nothing better to do than find random garbage from my childhood to show off on the internet. What's up, Zem? How you doing? You missed some RoboCop nostalgia. I hope you're not too torn up about that. Anyway, players polls. What are we talking about? Well, it looks like a bunch of you got one. Got one what? When we asked you to tell us how you acquired your Super NES, we didn't expect the creative responses you sent in. Stay with it, fans. Your ingenuity will usually get what you want. Here are a few ideas from creative, enterprising fans. My money-making idea is simple. I'll sell my braces back to the orthodontist. Then I could buy all my friends and relatives a Super NES. How the fuck expensive were braces back then? Jesus. I earned money to buy the Game Boy system by cutting grass when I was 12. At 13, I babysat to get the Super NES and it didn't take long. Oh, this poor person. Marvin Hood, I'm so sorry, buddy. Now I want to be able to get the CD-ROM accessory. I'll probably see if my science teacher and I can work on inventing a money tree. I house sit for people when they're on vacation, babysit and clean. Yuck. I worked hard at school all year and earned an average of 86% because of this high percentage. Yeah, okay, whatever. I didn't have to take final exams, so I sold my notes for wait. Time out. Because you earned an average of 86% in your classes, which is a B, by the way, not a B+. That's a middling B. I didn't have to take final exams, so I sold my notes for cash. This has to be some college bullshit because they were working at a nearby hardware store too. Like, what the hell, though? They probably went to some party school or something. My brother and I recycle newspapers and soda cans. We already have $50 and a garbage can full of cans. Might be the British system. 86 is an A. Andre Laverne of Saint Pierre, MB. I'm blanking on that. What the hell is MB? Unspoken because a 0 on the final still means a D, and that's not failing. MB isn't a state abbreviation, is it? Is that Manitoba? Okay. Oh, okay. So it's some weird Canadian thing. Milton Bradley. Okay. Maryland is MD. Marvin Hood is from Baltimore, Maryland. Maryland has the other inexplicable M abbreviation. Monbana. I was like, Manitoba's U.S. state was shot. So they're in the Canadian system where 86 is an A. Okay, wow, that just cleared everything up, chat. Hot diggity damn. How about that? So close. I'm only 12. I'm working with my dad at the University of Montevallo. Actually, it's probably Montevallo. Helping college students who don't know how to use computers. I work for $1. Last year I was able to get Game Boy with my earnings. This year I'll be the Super NES. I plan to do this every year or get a higher paying job. I managed to get a well-paying paper route. The first thing I bought with my money was a good pair of rollerblades so I could go twice as fast and have fun too. Now I have Super NES. Work for me, it should work for you. I paint people's rooms for $25, mow lawns for $4, wash and wax cars for $5, and recycle aluminum cans in my spare time after doing homework. I think this would be a good way of making money. Go around and knock on people's doors and ask for spare change. You can say, do you have any extra money that I could borrow to use to buy a Nintendo game. Please, 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 please. And Nick Fulton was never heard from again. Oh shit, look, it's the American Gladiators contest winner. This guy looks so happy. This guy looks absolutely jazzed. Brian Grant from Batavia, Ohio, was the grand prize winner in our Players Bowl contest from last September. Brian's parents, Tim and Kathy, and friend Terry Taylor, accompanied him on the 4-day trip to the Los Angeles area. The group witnessed. They didn't watch. They weren't present for. They witnessed a live taping of the American Gladiators, and Brian met the Gladiators backstage. It was interesting to see how a television program is taped. A great amount of preparation goes into just a small amount of actual film footage. Disneyland, Universal Studios, and the Hard Rock Cafe were other major sightseeing stops on the excursion. Remember when the Hard Rock Cafe was an actual sightseeing stop, chat? Nick Fulton walking restraining order. It was. I actually do still remember when Planet Hollywood was like a landmark. When Planet Hollywood was like a big thing to go visit. Sorry, I accidentally zoned out where the page. We just read about the American Gladiators contest winner, and they mentioned that Disneyland, Universal Studios, and the Hard Rock Cafe were other major sightseeing stops on the excursion. I was like, chat, remember when Hard Rock Cafe was actually considered a sightseeing spot? Because I don't. I do remember Planet Hollywood being a thing. Being like an actual like landmark. But that was a long, long time ago. Brian got the chance to meet Zap. She was the audience's favorite gladiator. Brian, Viper, and Laser hanging out backstage between gladiator events. I want to know how they came up with the gladiator names. I want to know if like the gladiators just picked their own names, or if like the TV producers were like, shit, we got to call these people something. As a foreigner, I would say Hard Rock Cafe was still considered a place to go until maybe 10 years ago-ish. Interesting. That's interesting. Imagine your mother naming you Laser. You know, Tradon, you know, in the early 90s, there were some poor, unfortunate souls who were named after fucking American gladiators. There had to be. There absolutely had to be. Not complete without the beard. Hello, I'm the concept of electrocution. Here's the snake, and this is solid light. That'd be a hell of a party. Didn't Bethesda pay someone to name their kid Dovahkiin? I wouldn't be surprised if they did. Is that kid that was named Xbox? The only one I can remember when these conversation comes up is the guy who legally had his name changed to Optimus Prime. Which, of course, his parents didn't name him that. He just did that of his own accord. This is a reminder, I knew a small child named Alucard. No, I'm not kidding. Holy shit. Did he know what his name meant backwards? Was he old enough to understand the genius inherent in his name? And I still don't know what the Hard Rock Cafe is beside a restaurant. So Hard Rock Cafe was the first. I think it was the first. I'm pretty sure it was the first. It was the first of a special breed of restaurant that rose in the early and mid 90s that sought to be more than just a restaurant. The idea is that the restaurant itself would become a tourist destination. And Hard Rock did that by getting the cooperation of musicians and music companies to use their likeness and their memorabilia in their restaurants to make the restaurants feel like a hall of fame or like a museum unto itself. And it worked. For a time, it was a huge, huge thing. And a number of chains tried to capitalize on that, most notably Planet Hollywood. Planet Hollywood was basically the Hard Rock Cafe for movies. They had a bunch of deals with movie stars, had access to all kinds of memorabilia and stuff. They would build big, fancy looking, eye-catching buildings and facades to make it look like a whole theme park thing going on. The Seinfeld effect, first of its kind, but now just kind of ordinary and boring, I suppose. So the thing about Hard Rock Cafe is I think over time, they spread so far and wide that they didn't end up feeling special anymore. And I think they may have also lost a lot of backing from the music industry, so they didn't have as many bits and bobs to draw people in. So yeah, Hard Rock Cafe. Okay, there was a collapse. There was a straight up massive collapse in this sort of destination dining enterprise that Hard Rock Cafe did manage to survive, and I think they managed to survive just by morphing into normal ass restaurants. Planet Hollywood is gone. Planet Hollywood ceased to exist. And a lot of the other big ones, like Rainforest Cafe. Like, Rainforest Cafe is another one of this breed of restaurant that aspired to be more than just a restaurant. It wanted to be a destination, too. And they're on the way out, so. Great niece's middle name is Zelda. Oh my god, you guys just unlocked a memory. An old friend's kid's second name is Kratos? Holy shit. Naming your kid Alucard is acceptable if you have twins, and the other twin is named Dracula. I mean, Zelda is an actual name. Zelda is a genuine old-fashioned name. Zelda is probably the best low-key video game name to give your kid. Because anybody who's not, well, I mean, at this point, everybody's gonna know it's because of The Legend of Zelda, but if for whatever reason they didn't, like if you had to tell your grandparents about it, they would just assume that you liked old-fashioned names. Like Ezekiel and Enoch. Sadly, Alucard's parents are terrible people, so I'm hoping he's holding up okay. Elementary school, there was a kid, his parents were immigrants, so he wasn't the most familiar with some things. Either way, he went by Charles, except that wasn't his real name. He refused to tell people what his real name was. Eventually, through a conversation, he told me he hated his real name because lame and real name was Xavier? Oh my god, dude. Holy shit. That's amazing. And it's amazing he went by Charles, too. Charles Xavier. Planet Hollywood still exists in Vegas? It does? I thought they were all dead. I thought they were dead and buried. Damn. Because, see, I watched a thing on, I don't think it was Defunctland. It might have been Yesterworld. But I watched a little mini documentary on the destination restaurant that I think Steven Spielberg invested in. The ones that look like submarines. It was called like Dive or something, and it was supposed to be like a gourmet sub sandwich place. And there was a lot of additional information in that video about like the rise and fall of Planet Hollywood and stuff. Kratos is the god of strength in mythology. Erdrick's a good one. What's up, Cheese Toast? Zelda Williams is named because Robin was a massive nerd. I've heard that, yeah. I do know about Zelda Williams. Story is that Miyamoto named the princess after Zelda Fitzgerald because it sounded like an elegant, sophisticated name. Used to live by 2 rainforest cafes, and that's way too many rainforest cafes per capita. Have you seen, what's this? Eddie Burback on YouTube? He and another YouTuber did a road trip around the country and ate at every rainforest cafe that still remains in the United States. That video is so fucking funny. I love that. Vegas is filled with that destination dining stuff. That is a good point. That is a good point. If something like Planet Hollywood was going to survive anywhere, Vegas is the place where it would persist. So hotel actually stayed there for a convention once while waiting for a panel to open. We had an unofficial contest of who has the scariest room decoration. You won. What did you win with? I gotta know this, Loger High. What was the winning decor? Watched, I recognized the 2 cafes. Apparently there were 2 videos and I watched the depression one. Yeah. Excuse me. I forget who Eddie went with, but yeah, Eddie's Eddie's is the fear and loathing approach, and the other video is like, yay, we're gonna check out Rainforest Cafe. Remember this from your childhood? This is great. And Eddie's video has multiple breakdowns in it where he's like, what the fuck am I doing with my life? Great stuff. I love YouTube. Big YouTube fan. But yeah, I remember there's a, oh, no, I know what I'm thinking of. So, excuse me. There wasn't a Hard Rock Cafe in my hometown in North Carolina, because my hometown was like 80,000 people, but there was a Rockola Cafe, which was like, it was supposed to be Hard Rock Cafe, but without any actual licensed likenesses or memorabilia. So it was just like a roughly music themed country restaurant. And I think in its own way, that kind of watered down the whole concept of Hard Rock Cafes as an exciting place to go. And then when I was living in Japan, there was a Hard Rock Cafe in Nagoya, and I went there like once or twice, and it was like, okay, it's just another American restaurant, so. A big thumbs up for YouTube, as the kids say. Let me find the pic. My room there was some kind of toy movie. Might have been Babes in Toyland. Oh, I bet there was a really fucked up doll in there or something. You guys see the big Whoopers prize game? My hometown in North Carolina had so goddamn many restaurants, and people would just crowd into every single one as soon as it opened. Every single one. Like Rockola was packed when it opened. TGI Fridays was packed when it opened. Texas Roadhouse was packed when it opened. Fuddruckers was packed when it opened. And then half of those would shut down like a year after they opened. And there was just this constant cycle of restaurants. It was interesting because the restaurants that had been there since like the early, like the late 80s, early 90s, those ones persisted. Those you could not get rid of. But all the ones, all the newer ones that opened from like the mid 90s on, they just went through this cycle of failure. Hard Rock Cafe is weak sauce if you compare it to something like Medieval Times. Oh, hell yes. Of course. I mean, Hard Rock Cafe is ultimately just, it's a restaurant and a gift shop, basically. Medieval Times is a fucking experience. I thought Medieval Times was just a thing in that one cable guy, Jim Carrey movie. Nope, it's real. It's real. It still exists here, if I remember correctly. Bugaboo Creek was the only place like that I've been to besides Charles Entertainment Cheeses. I went to the Planet Hollywood. I went to the Planet Hollywood in Disney World while it was still open. And that was neat. It was a big, I think that was one of the ones that looked like a giant globe. That was neat. That was fun. And yeah, I've eaten at Hard Rock Cafe in Nagoya. I feel like I've eaten at Hard Rock Cafe somewhere else. Maybe here in LA. I think it was a touristy thing we were doing with some friends that were visiting us, if that's the case. But yeah, again, other than Chuck E. Cheese's, I wasn't a real big destination restaurant kid. Of course, when I was a kid, like the fanciest place we would ever go to was Red Lobster. Because I loved me those Shrimply Tuesdays. I tell you all the saga when Buffalo Wild Wings opened for like 3 days in the small town where I lived and shut down instantly because everyone went there and got sick to their stomach, so they just had to go. Then I think for a while we had no Denny's in Colorado Springs because the dude who owned the franchise got convicted of fraud and left the country. Holy shit, what a cursed place, Shadows. You know, I never got to see Showbiz Pizza. By the time I was old enough to go to parties at Chuck E. Cheese, it was Chuck E. Cheese. Showbiz Pizza was no more. Building was starting construction across our Walmart. We were excited until Chick-fil-A sign went up. Womp womp. I like the idea of a Hard Rock Cafe at Nagoya. I don't remember it ever being crowded either. So that was funny. Wait. I'm trying to remember. I feel like... I think my wife and her college friends had a tradition of going to Hard Rock Cafe for their birthdays. I know I went with her and her friends, and I think it was like a thing for them. It's pretty funny. Never went to Chuck E. Cheese, only Peter Piper. I never lived where there was a Peter Piper. But man, God, when I was in elementary school, I lived at Chuck E. Cheese. I love I love Chuck E. Cheese. I just saw Chick-fil-A go by and I was like, Commit tax fraud, so like ate something, Denny's just disappeared overnight. Last we heard it, booked a flight for California to drive out of the country. It was never seen again. Oh my God. Went to Chuck E. Cheese about once when I was a kid. I don't remember why. I mean, it was fun. Chuck E. Cheese was fun. The pizza was fine. I think adults could get beer there if they wanted, which was part of the appeal of having your kids party there, because you could drink too. They had the ball pit and the climbing tunnels and whatnot, and a whole bunch of arcade games. That's where I played TMNT 2 for the first time. And the Goonies. That's where I played TMNT 2 and the Goonies. And something else for the first time was there. I played a lot of skee ball there too. X-Men 6 player. That was 2017 for you. A few reopened since I think they took years again for to trust Denny's again. I bet, yeah. Chuck E. Cheese still exists, if you didn't know that. They actually survived the pandemic, believe it or not. And they reopened. But they don't, you know, it's not really a video arcade anymore. It's a bunch of... I don't even know how to describe it. Like, modern arcade games, it's a lot of, like, it almost feels like carnival shit. You know, it's like they still have like skee ball and shooting hoops and stuff, but the others just like spin the big wheel or like try to catch the video fish or some bullshit like that. One time I went to Chuck E. Cheese, I spent all my tokens on the Jurassic Park game that was shaped like the Jeep and you shot all the dinosaurs and did that badass T-Rex chase. I know that one. I've done that one. That one's fun. Bleach all the arcade booths every 10 seconds. Used to be an Arby's in town. One day there was a car accident at the intersection the Arby's was at. Somehow, despite not being on a hill, not having the room to speed, a car managed to fly sideways through the windows of the Arby's, as in rotated 90 degrees. Everyone in school talked about it for a while. The Arby's never reopened, eventually just vanished. Holy shit, Tradon, that's nuts. That actually, you just unlocked a memory for me. When I was in high school, I had a buddy who was a couple years older than me. We met at the fencing club that we were in, and we had this thing. He would come by and pick me up in his car, and we would just go driving around. We would just go driving around through the countryside, and we talk about stuff. I think I mentioned this a few nights ago or a few weeks ago. This is a friend. We drove up to Asheville to go to this record store. We listened to this one radio DJ's last broadcast night where he was playing an entire Frank Zappa concert. But one of the things that we would do is there was an Arby's on the other side of town, and the folks there that worked there were really, really cool. We would drive over there right at closing time, and we'd walk through the drive-thru, and they would give us free fries. They'd just give us whatever fries they had left since they were closing up. And then we would sit on that little postage stamp of grass out in front of their big windows at the front of the place. And we'd just watch cars go by. Excuse me. That Arby's was right off of, it wasn't like, it was right off of one of the state highways, but not like one of the big freeways. Not one of the ones with like on and off ramps. There was a big traffic light right there. And yeah, the Arby's was right off the corner. And I remember one night, we saw all kinds of weird shit hanging out there. One night, we heard some shouting from the road, and there was a Jeep. And there was a guy trying to climb out of the Jeep as it was approaching the light. Obviously just drunk as hell. And his friends were shouting at him to stop and grabbing at him, and he wasn't having any of that. And it was a red light. They were slowing down, but not fast enough. And this guy hopped out of this Jeep while it was still going like 30, 35 miles an hour. And I mean, I don't need to tell you, the moment his feet hit the pavement, he just tipped straight over on his shoulder, and it made a crack like lightning. I have never heard a human body make a crack that loud. And me and my buddy were just both like, oh! So of course they pull right off the road, and the guy's just like laying there slumped in the street, right? So they pull off into the grass, and then they run over to get the guy, and like they're trying to pick him up to get him out of fucking traffic, right? And his one arm is just, it's dangling like a sock, like an empty sleeve. His other arm, he's fucking swinging at him. He was so drunk. He was trying to fight these people off, trying to drag him out of traffic. So we absolutely hung around until the cops and the paramedics showed up. And the cops came over and asked us a couple questions about it. We're like, yeah, that fucking idiot jumped out of his Jeep. And they were like, yeah, okay. Yeah, that dude, I sometimes wonder what happened to that dude. Because obviously there were some choices that led him to that point. And I have to assume if he's making choices like that, he's probably not long for this earth. Nervously eating chocolates, crunching on nuts like bones on asphalt. It was, I will remember the sound of that guy's shoulder exploding for the rest of my life. It was like a board breaking. It was amazing. And it was so loud. Like, you gotta understand. There was the state highway, and then there was the light. And the light, it wasn't a super active light, because one direction went to like a little private airport, and then up on the other side of the hills. And then the other way towards us, it was like a little access road that went back a ways, and then the Arby's was off the side of that. So we were sitting on the little yard of the Arby's, right? And then there was the Arby's parking lot in front of us. And then there was a grassy area, and then it dipped down to like a stream or something. And then it came back up to the state highway. So I mean, this was like 60, 70 yards away from us. It was fairly far. And man, that dude's shoulder snapped. It sounded like it happened right next to me. I tell you all the time I was walking to work and was accused of robbing a Bank of America. No, I'm pretty sure I would have remembered that story, Fury. My God, smashing his car door, yeah. Those were eventful times. Not like now. Different eventful, I suppose. But man. Now that I think about it, the same politician who fucked up her entire government PC network downloading porn and putting a bunch of viruses on there was also caught stealing taxpayer money to pay a pizza tab. That's the thing. Okay. I get that politicians are going to do a lot of really shady, depraved shit, right? It's the petty ones. It's the pathetic ones that I can't get over. Like, who was the guy that tried to expense Steam games to like his campaign account or something. He was using like taxpayer money to buy games off of Steam or something. Like, look, if you're embezzling funds for like a new gold-plated yacht or some shit, I get that. But like, if you're stealing taxpayer money to buy like fucking, I don't know, Hades or something, seriously? That's what you're gonna get drawn up in front of the ethics committee for? Steam games? Yeah, at that point, just pirate. Jesus Christ. I'm convinced money and or power just makes people stupid. Unless they actively struggle against it, having that much power or luxury just makes you dumb. Like, it makes you think that you can do literally anything you want. And any sort of safeguards, any sort of like second thoughts about things just melt away. All the locks come off and you're just like, I'm gonna buy games with taxpayer money. Nobody's gonna care about that. It's not about the money, it's about the cheat. Then cheat on something significant. Cheat on something worthwhile. Well, I know that's not the mindset. Y'all heard about Andrew Tate today, right? Possibly the biggest self-own of 2022. Oh God, it's so good. It's so good. I don't necessarily want to put knowledge of Andrew Tate's existence into anyone's mind who isn't aware of him, because he is absolutely one of the most worthless human beings on the planet. However, his fate today, what has befallen him today, is just one of the greatest cosmic chef's kisses of all time. I can't believe Greta Thunberg dunked on Andrew Tate so hard he disintegrated. Yeah. Absolutely epic self-destruction. But he has all of those cars, and yet she still took him to school. I saw that story, Fury. That's really messed up. I hope that wasn't too scary an experience. Turns out Romania doesn't like human trafficking. Who knew? Who could have guessed? How you feeling? I'm feeling good. I know I don't sound great tonight. I'm still congested. I still got this annoying cough. Other than that, 100%. I think we're all pretty much over it. Like, I am the sickest sounding person in the house at the moment. My wife and kids sound fine. However, we're still testing positive, so we're not going anywhere. We're just keeping to ourselves until we start getting negatives. Which honestly, I'm okay with. I'm in no rush to get back to the office. My wife doesn't have an office to go back to because she's permanently work from home. And if the kids get a few extra vacation days, nothing wrong with that. Favorite part is the reply of "How dare you, dude?" Yeah. Dude, like, this dude just talks all this shit and can't take it. He has got to be one of the most insecure people I've ever seen in my life. Absolutely just like hairline fracture fragile. And it's amazing. It's always the most fragile people who try to be the biggest man on campus, and now he's dead. Question: were your parents smokers? Might be why you got it worse. My dad was. Yeah. My dad absolutely was. Damn it, Otis, you're American. Stop being so responsible. Go stand around the DMV and spit on people. I mean, you know, that's normally a Tuesday for us, but I figured I'd give it a break for a bit. Actually, now that I think about it, it'd be funny if Otis was just carrying around one of those really long cigarette holders from the 1920s. I don't think I could pull that off. I think that would be... I would need a whole look to go with that. Like, I would need a whole new fit. That is a cut above anything in my wardrobe. Oh, the cops actually drove you to work, Fury? That's decent of them, I guess. Secondhand smoke is really bad for you. So, credit where credit's due. I didn't actually know my father was a smoker until I was in junior high school or high school. My father was determined to never smoke around me. So I didn't actually suffer any secondhand smoke from him. And then of course he had a heart attack when he was 45 and quit smoking immediately because of that. So it was never an issue thereafter. Get one of those fancy cigarette holders, the ones that are basically selfie sticks but for cigarettes. Can we use Doom points towards that? Get you to stream in costume. Long straight black dress. The long cigarette holding nails done. Not with death marks. That would need to be something else. Let me get back to you on that. I will consider that. Oddish Drag Night I would pay actual money for. That sounds to me like a really good fundraising night kind of thing to do. That sounds like raising money for a good cause kind of thing. Kind of tick Nintendo still doesn't have a way to gift digital Switch games. That's stupid. You would think any digital distribution service in this day and age would have learned from Steam by now. St. Jude month? Yeah. Let me think about that. My dad used to smoke but doesn't anymore. Yeah. That's good. Certainly sounds like it, dude. Jesus. Yeah, I should probably just finish this so I can get back to water. That's the smart person thing to do. And every once in a while, I cosplay as a smart person. Oh, the solution for a digital gift to literally just give money. That's what Nintendo suggests doing. You're buying game code. Game code as a retailer. That's so stupid. That is so stupid. Because online gift. Actually, I wonder if online gifting is still as big a culture as it used to be. I'm not so much in with the something awful crowd as I used to be. They used to do a lot of that. I'm sure they still do like gifting threads and Steamsmas and all that. I think somebody mentioned they still do their Steam gifting thread around the holidays. But I mean, it was always bigger than something awful. There was a whole culture of Steam gifting far and wide. I wonder if that's still going strong. Okay, I needed that. That was good. My dad quit smoking when he was put on oxygen. There's a surprise at least 2 EMT crews because apparently most smokers when put on oxygen told no open flames will still smoke anyways. Yep. I was in my fencing club. I don't like there was an older woman who just smoked constantly. And she actually got a cancer diagnosis. And she quit soon after that for obvious reasons. But she would swear up and down, oh, it's not the cigarettes. Nah, it just runs in my family. I just got unlucky. Definitely not the cigarettes. Lung cancer. What a surprise, inflammable means flammable. That's English. Speaking of surprises, I'm going to shock all of you by turning the page now. because we've been sitting on this one for close to an hour. And maybe, just maybe we can talk about Adventure Island 3. Runs in her family, wonders smoking also ran in her family? Yeah. The fuck you are. I just did. What are you gonna do about it, huh? What are you gonna do about it? Look, it's Master Higgins. He's holding a weird shaped piece of wood. He's on some kind of horned bug creature. There's aliens. This is what you came for, chat. Don't make me come over there. It's really expensive. It is, isn't it? Gotta want to draw cheesy video game art like this. Well, I would like to be the market for this. I wish I could commission people to draw stuff like this for like YouTube thumbnails and like channel art and stuff. Someday maybe I will be the market for this, and I'll get y'all to do shit like that. Okay, because I kept reading that as player Spulse. I was wondering what kind of gross thing a Spulse is. It sounds like fluids that come from a body part would say. Oh, it does. Oh, it does. God, ugh. Yeah, let's move on from that. Adventure Island Take 3. Seems Master Higgins has absolutely no luck keeping his girlfriend safe. Poor girlfriend MacGuffin. Hudson's third NES installment, Adventure Island, sees his island sweetheart getting beamed up into an invading alien spacecraft. Master Higgins just cannot believe it. When is he ever gonna get a break? This island realm has transformed since Master Higgins had his last adventure. It's actually not too much different from what he's seen in previous rescue missions. A new friend, a green Camptosaurus, as well as the 4 other prehistoric helpers will be joining the island hero this time around. I think this is why I have so much trouble remembering if I played this game before. I don't think there's a whole lot of difference between Adventure Island 2 and Adventure Island 3. Other than one extra dinosaur. There's a power crystal in this one that lets you take an additional hit of damage that I guess is new or something. So this is actually the world map from Adventure Island 2. That one has 8 different islands. I think Adventure Island 3 is just one big island and you're chasing this this UFO around. But it all looks pretty straightforward. There's like grasslands, there's forest, there's a desert. You beat the shit out of an antlion. Poor antlions. Antlions get a real bad rap in video games. Kind of like rats in RPGs. We were gonna get pizza from The Place, but they have a message saying they're closed till the 2nd, which is pretty neat. It is neat. It's nice to see these places actually give themselves some vacation time. They absolutely deserve it. Work didn't eat 96% of your daily time. You totally do more fan art. You miss doing fan art. Practicing your airbrush skills. Oh, damn. I should get you to airbrush something on the side of my van. That'd be great. Chat, I'm gonna play this one. I'm gonna play this one a little bit. I know, sacrilege to actually play some video game, but damn it, I wanna jog the old memory. I wanna see. Once and for all, I want to put a division in my brain between Adventure Island 1 and Adventure Island 2. This bothers me every time it comes up. Oh yeah, it's Hudson's Adventure Island. All right, skate or die. Looks like you're gonna die. Well, that sucks. Oh shit, there's supposed to be music. Hang on. There it is. Go get your poor MacGuffin girl. Broop. This does not look like a 92 NES game. That's the thing. I really don't think they evolved. You know, we'll play Adventure Island 2 right after this. We'll do a little compare and contrast. But I think this is basically the same game. I got a key. Woo! Whoa! Shit, you actually have to stay on the wave. Well, I super fucked that. God damn it! Oh, I love the skateboard in these games, but I'm so bad at keeping them. When I was a kid and I rented the original Adventure Island, I was actually pretty decent on the skateboard. Like, I could go through multiple stages without losing it. I've actually beaten the original Adventure Island. Does it have like RPG elements or something? Open world element? You, my friend, are thinking of Super Adventure Island 2. All 3 of the Adventure Islands on NES are basically the same thing. It's just 2 added dinosaurs in a world map, and 3 did basically the same thing. And then Super Adventure Island was just a Super NES translation of that. It wasn't until Super Adventure Island 2 that they actually started doing like significantly different things with the formula. Super Adventure Island 2 is like, it honestly has a lot in common with Demon's Crest. It has like a rather similar structure to Demon's Crest, if you can believe that. Shit! Remember Adventure Island 4 is a thing and different? Oh, I always forget about that. Because that one didn't come out here, right? We can take a look at that too. It's another one I always forget about. Just downgraded my shit. These games were huge in Japan, chat. I cannot overstate how popular these games were in Japan. Oh, cool. He does the Sonic spin. Fuck that Fox guy, seriously. Very late. Trade on. Well, I guess Master Higgins is just gonna walk into the ocean now. Please don't fuck the Fox guy. Why not? I've been good. Not on stream, at least. Okay, so this is Flappy Dinosaur. Maybe it's because Master Higgins is clearly a shonen protagonist. Like, if he doesn't eat, every 10 seconds he dies. He loves meat on the bone. I'm guessing this is a downgrade port from the PC Engine. So we just walked through the ocean. Good for us. Higgins doesn't have a nose. I can't tell what's going on with this whole face situation. It's definitely curious. I love the way this little guy balls up when he jumps. Ew! Eggplants! I hate eggplants, I really do. I can't stand eggplant. Aubergine. Is Garfield a shonen protagonist? Sure, why not? He's everything else. Garfield is everything you need him to be. Is Sarlacc Pit a Shonen protagonist? Yes, clearly. We've arrived in prehistoric Egypt, apparently. It's like a really fucked up Roadrunner. Oh god, we're gonna have to play Roadrunner's Death Valley Rally again at some point. Oh god, I just remembered. No! Fucking god, shit. Fuck. I read this is Lester the Unlikely to look forward to. Oh yeah, we still have Lester the Unlikely to look forward to. I've never played that. It looks kind of like a out of this world kind of platformer, puzzly platformery thingy thing. Garfield for Guilty Gear Web. Shit. Fucking rabbits. Well, I lit my ass on fire. Died instantly. Garfield is in one of the fuck me. Garfield is in one of those new platform fighters. Is it the Nickelodeon one that he's in? He's in one of them. I know he is. I think it's the Nickelodeon one. Because I don't think he's in there beating up like Superman and Wonder Woman and that lady from Game of Thrones. Pretty sure he's not. He's just beating the shit out of SpongeBob. Fuck! These goddamn rabbits got my number. I can't even get to the first boss in this one. Yeah, I can't. I literally can't. Okay, real quick. Let's look at it. Oh, no. Let's look at Adventure Island 2. So I can actually tell the difference. Can't picture what his moveset would be. Just me, the cactus looks sort of like a rabbit when turned emerald while fleeing wildly. That's oddly specific. This is just the same game. Nah, dude, this is straight up the same game. You can't fool me. This is the same game. Dead ass the same game. Man, they totally just added that green dinosaur so they wouldn't get called on this shit. 3 did look noticeably better. I mean, 3 is more detailed, certainly. But I mean, it should be if it's not going to be anything else different. Also, that weird pineapple parasite thing is really unsettling. I wonder how hard it would be for me to beat all the Adventure Island games. Perturbing pineapple parasite. Meat! Still surprised Odie got his own game. Dude, Garfield is a fucking force of nature. Garfield is a marketing powerhouse. Garfield is just a part of our cultural heritage at this point. I know some people love these games. I never thought any of them played well or did anything unique. I like the first one. I'm partial to the first one because it's weird. It's usually just Garfield. That's true. That is true. Like Garfield is definitely the center of attention. Oh, hey. Whee! And I mean, you can move at a serious clip in these games. That's fun. Is that one Garfield game, the 1 week of Garfield? Has Oddish played that? No, I have not. No, I have not. Garfield and Smash what? Missed our chance, chat. It's never happening. RPG called Life. Odie is the overarching villain. Just give me the egg, Jesus Christ. You have to make a big fucking production out of it. Just give me the goddamn egg. Like, Adventure Island 1 is hard. Adventure Island 1 is really fucking hard. I don't know if 2 and 3 get really hard. And I'm curious. No, I'm kidding. All the bad guys are called some variation of Odie. It's a PS2 remake of 1. Save melee items after rounds. Fair. Fair. Also, how you doing, captains? Aha. No! Eggplants are the worst. Eggplants just ruin your life. There are probably some levels in this where if you get the eggplant, it just kills you. I think there were some levels in the original like that. That bird was full of egg. Most disappointing thing about eggplants is there aren't actual eggs. Right? Imagine cracking up an eggplant, all kinds of goop comes out. This level's a little more interesting. It's got some verticality to it. Oh, Jesus. I love that he actually stands off for a second before realizing, oh, I'm supposed to die now. Could be worse, they could be aubergines. Eggplants are neither eggs nor plants. Well, when you put it like that. Oh, okay, you can make that jump. I was very curious about that. Come on, Higgs. You say they're an eggplant, plant. I've seen Indian eggplants, they literally look like eggs. I have not, that's interesting. Which came first, the egg or the plant, though? Science may never know. Bit of vertical scrolling in the first one. I don't think the active player is ever more than one screen tall. Yeah, there was some up and down in the original. I think it was like kind of like diagonal scrolling. This is okay, so this is just a straight up vertical level. You're just climbing up out of this pit, I guess. And there's some Skullmans that don't really bother you. They're just kind of hanging out. Oh, here's something. Choose an egg. It doesn't matter. They all just have points in them. But choose one, I guess. Or don't. Whatever. That was an exciting level. You jump both Higgins and the Dino open their mouths at the same time. They're probably both shocked. Probably just both like, oh my god! Is that an Indian eggplant, Arcane? Oh shit, yeah, that really does look like an egg. How about that? Can you actually not choose an egg? Will they let you leave? Let's find out. Why are you walking away from the boss? You weirdo! And melon. Love melons. I'm gonna put all the melons I can in my mouth. That was it. That was the level. Was there Discord where the article was posted about having to manually code sprite flickering in NES game? Yes! Yes, it was. All right, let's see. What if we don't choose an egg? Will the eggs choose themselves? Are they self-selecting eggs? Do they go bad? Chat, I feel like this music probably is designed to loop endlessly, so... Egg. You must egg. What if I just want to ponder my eggs? Imagine turning on the TV and just saying choose an egg. Can I just walk under him? There we go. 50 points! Thanks. Thanks for that. Higgins heard me. He's like, all right, fine, asshole. We'll fight the boss. Jesus Christ. Oh, that's a... Oh, okay. Little conveyor thing you do. Oh, no. Dino, I'm sorry. Can I have another? I promise I'll be better the next one. I didn't really like that last one, but the next one will be different. Blink, blink. Ew! Fire-breathing steak, gross. I see egg. Oh, wow, that was actually a really good shot. Oh, okay. This is interesting. Ah! This dude's just straight flies. Wait, no, don't you want to... Wait, what? Oh, dude, he's like a partner now. That's neat. All right. It's a really gross looking wall. Oh, that's neat. It makes vines. That's kind of a neat attack. Too bad it's dead. Sometimes life is like a box of eggs. Middle school, if you don't take care of your egg, you're an F and home ec. I never had to do that. We never did the egg as baby thing. Home egg. Whee! Ugh. Yo! No! God! Let me finish one damn level with the skateboard. God Christ. All right, I think I'm good on this. Chat, real quick. I want to play the original. It's been a while. Let me just revisit. Oh, wow. You can kind of tell like an OG NES game because the sprites don't have the black outline. Darn single-use skateboards. Yeah, there's something about this that is like quintessentially like original Nintendo. And a lot of it is the art style. Like the difference in art style. Yeah, look how happy he is. Well. Fucking, well. So always be a Sega Master System to you? Sega Master System game to you? Isn't there like it's like a thing there and I can't remember. Yeah, so there is some vertical, ah, shit. Jumped the wrong time. There is some verticalness to these. Do yay! I am invincible. Whee! Oh god, he's got the stupid fucking... Oh, the bouncy things. How do I deal with the bouncy things? Game was pretty good if you compare it to the first Super Mario Brothers. Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely. It's got a really good flow to it. I think that's the thing about the original Adventure Island is the flow. It flows really well. Like, Higgins goes at a decent clip, especially when they get the skateboard. Man, if you are good with the skateboard in these games, this is so much fun. Okay. Yeah, fuck you, pig. Yeah! Give him what for? Whoa, that's a goddamn swordfish. Okay. Yeah, okay. Okay, you gotta admit, that was pretty impressive, right? Right? Can I get a little credit for that? Try Wonder Boy for the Sega Master System. Okay, I don't have any Master System stuff set up. I have no emulation capabilities for that at the moment, but I will. And I immediately lose it. Hopefully I get another one. After I skeletonize all these, fuck! Gives you an egg. Yeah! Scary! Whole delineation between Adventure Island, Wonder Boy, and Monster World is very confusing. So it is actually a thing. Like, there is a relationship between them all. Yeah! Get him! Oh, we're getting the spoopy parts, chat. Oh no. Oh, hell yes. Master Higgins on ice! Yep, this fall. No, I don't want it. I hate it. Oh god, I'm gonna fucking die. Oh boy. I think I probably need that pot. Come on, food! Food! No! It's right in front of me! It's literally in front of me! Shit! I want to show you the boss. The bosses in this are weird and neat. Nah, you can't continue. Okay. So ends our adventures upon the islands. So be it. But I think we all learned something here today, chat. I don't know what exactly, but I'm sure we learned something. Yeah, bad luck. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. No continues unless you get to secret item. I would like an egg in this trying time. These are the trying times that need eggs. Anyway, definitely looking forward to Super Adventure Island 2 coming up. Which I don't think is going to be too far off. Maybe a year or so. We'll see. Anyway, you travel across the island. There's a fire demon. There's a bone dragon. There's a big boner guy here. There's an ice land. There's a butterfly. And then you beat up some aliens. And presumably you get your lady back. Only get lost in the next game, so. All right. This is what we need to talk about. Power Blade 2. Hey, guess what, everybody? Nova's back. Who? Shut up, Nova. You know, this guy. Cool looking dude with the inexplicable glasses and the boomerang. Yeah. The Delta Foundation is trying to blackmail the government. They have created a line of near-perfect fighting cyborgs and are threatening to sell them to any foreign country willing to put up enough cash. The government isn't going to stand for this treachery. The Delta Foundation must be taken down. Okay, so hang on a sec. Hey, wait. So there's a private company, the Delta Foundation. They have built weapons, essentially. And they're trying to blackmail the government by selling their weapons to other governments, right? Okay. I feel like the government can do something about that. And I feel like it's probably not send some roided out dude with a razor boomerang to murder all of them. It is, to be fair, a very 90s approach to this kind of quandary. Yeah, they can send Nova. Yes, that is the Newt suit. Let me get the hell out of the way here. Newt suit. Actually, I'm gonna hide down here with Nova's package. So yeah, okay. So if you can cast your mind back to the original Power Blade, Nova had his boomerangs. He had a whole bunch of upgrades for him. He could throw multiple boomerangs. He could throw stronger boomerangs. He could throw them further. The real bonus was the power suit, where basically he strapped on a big metal bodysuit and he threw like a giant wave blade, which was really cool. So, hence the title of the game. Well, Power Blade 2, not to be outdone, decided to give Nova a bunch of different suits. The first is the Newt suit, which allows him to cling to and move along walls and ceilings. So it lets you wall climb and stuff. The wetsuit lets him move very quickly underwater. Rocket suit lets him fly. Patriot suit is an engineering masterpiece. Twin orbs circle around Nova's body. It'll absorb enemy fire. Nova can use the suits as long as he has energy available. Watch me. Yeah, whatever. Boring. Patriot suit pose looks like it was lifted from an Iron Man cover. Yeah, probably like a Liefeld one or something. Personally, chat, I'm a big fan of the giant cod piece on the Newt suit. That's what got me interested in this game. Nothing more patriotic than orbs. Yeah, a bright lime green suit with pink orbs. Yeah, that screams patriot to me. But yeah. So apparently Dragon Wheel was the boss of Sector 2 in the original Power Blade. Apparently he's a mini boss on this one. And beating him in the different stages will give you access to the different suits and their associated COD pieces. This is a weird kind of approach to Nintendo Power's area mapping. Instead of showing you the entire level, they give you an outline of the entire level, but then they map out just 2 sections of it. I guess the 2 hardest, or the 2 where they really want to point out important things. Is there a country with a green, yellow, pink flag? That is an interesting trivia question, and I would be curious to know the answer. I say there's a trend here with Final Fantasy IV and Power Blade's Newt suit illustration in terms of finding out what drew audiences' attention to certain games. Look, you're a kid. You get Nintendo Power in the mail every month. You're curious about the world. This is your window into it. You take what you can get, okay? Stage 1. Most games start off with an easy stage. Not this one. Nova is instantly thrown into the fray. Okay, if Nintendo Power is saying that, that's not a good sign. Stage 1 is not as difficult as the later stages, but don't take it lightly. Nova may choose stages in any order. Tackling stages 1 through 4 in order seems to be the best strategy. The first stage, Delta Foundation, consists of several different subsections. Nova can obtain the Newt suit in room in Area 5-7. Okay. And apparently you fight a cyber cop at the end. Cool. ACAB. There's a lava tide in stage 2. There's big fans in stage 3. Not the friendly kind. Hang on, there's more. Oh, great, just what I need, more trouble. So there's 6 stages in this one, just like the original. You can pick the first 4 in any order, then you do 5, then you do 6. And the original, actually no, the original had 7 stages. You could pick any of the initial 6 to start with, and then there was a 7th final stage. There's a prime reward for a game on the Switch is one you have already. Which one is it? I'm curious. I am curious. Anyway, gang, let's play some Power Blade 2. Mom Hid My Game. That's a great title. I like that. Always been curious about this game. I am quite fond of Power Blade 1. It's not like a standout. It's not you know, it's not groundbreaking or anything, but NES games didn't really need to be. As long as they were solid, I'd say they're worth playing. Power Blade 2. Twitch won't let you spend channel points? That's weird. That's super weird. Yep, that's Power Blade 2, all right. Wishing. Holy shit. So this is how you select stages. That's funny. And there's big shadowy stage 5 we can't get to. Actually, wait, I'm sorry. Before we do this, I wanna let it run because I think I was hoping the whole plot dump was gonna come after I hit start, but apparently you just gotta let it sit. Here we go. All right, December 24th, 2200, Xmas Eve. I hope they have the rights to play that Christmas song. Merry Xmas, Mr. President! We at the Delta Foundation have just finished development of a cyborg unit. which represents the next generation of fighting robots. We would like to sell it to our government's Department of Defense. You realize, of course, that this cyborg would be a threat to the security of our nation if sold to a foreign country. Please consider our offer and respond in 1 week. The government considered the matter very seriously and assigned a top secret mission to SP headquarters. Your mission, issued secretly from the Department of Defense, is to destroy the Delta Foundation. As our policy states, we cannot get involved in the event something should happen to you. Holy shit, that's it! Oh my god. Hello, Mr. President. We have built weapons. Would you like them? If not, we'll sell them to somebody else. Hello, secret private agency. We would like you to destroy this entire company. Send your best man. Okay, we'll send Blondie McShades and his razor boomerang. Is there a Japanese version of this game? Probably. I think this is this is Taito. This is a Japanese developed game. I can't imagine it makes any more sense though. Yep, that's Boomerang, all right. Ow. Ow. I can't break those. Nice. I can have through 2 boomerangs. Amazing. You start going to the left, I know it's insane. It's a total coup. Oh shit, you can Mega Man slide in this. Hot damn. Powerang was right there. Now I have red boomerangs. Neat. But this has a bit of plot that was hastily westernized with Arnold Schwarzenegger-like designs. Somebody check real quick and see what the Japanese name of this game is, and we can check out the Japanese version. See if the cutscenes are any different or something. Oh god, oh fuck, oh Jesus, oh god damn it! Well, that didn't work out. Hamburger! Yeah! You can't boomerang death. Sounds like the tagline to an Asylum movie or something. Okay, so stars give you POW, and POW is like the force with which you can throw your boomerang, essentially the distance. Power Blade 2, known in Japan as Captain Saver. Captain Saver. Sounds like somebody who should be on food commercials, like selling savory food. All right, I ain't getting that. That's death. I like how the hamburger has the American flag on it. How else would you know it's American? Maybe you would be tricked into thinking it's a Japanese burger. Could that possibly be Saber instead of Savor? Possibly, but probably not, since his weapon is not a saber. Saber's a blade with a slight curve, though, right? I mean, surely that's not the concept. That he's like using like throwing sabers. That'd be super bizarre. I mean, I say after that opening that we all witnessed together. Hey, look, it's the Mega Man platform. Oh my god, let me up there, you piece of shit. Never mind, whatever. Wait, I'm sorry, you have to stay on it? Oh, I could have gotten that item then. Boiga! That's so weird, Tradon. I mean, Twitch is jank at the best of times, so. All right, well, that's a dragon. Oh, that's a dragon wheel. Hey, why do we have robot dragons again? I don't know. The dragon's made of fucking bubblegum. Newt suit. You've obtained Newt suits. Zoot suits. Jerp, thank you so much for the raid. What's up, Marvelous Miscreant? What's up, everybody? Good evening. Welcome to some Power Blade 2. Hope you're having a good one. What are we playing tonight? Uh-oh. And Marvelous Miscreant, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Can I break those doors? Ooh, maybe. I can. I did. Just some Elden Ring? It's never just some Elden Ring. I sometimes ask myself when I'm gonna get around to Elden Ring. But I feel like I got a lot of stuff to play before that comes around. Newt suits, the lack of natural plurals in Japanese strikes again. You can't just Elden One Ring. This elevator probably could have gone a little faster. I don't think I would have been mad about that. I think I would have been rather supportive, ultimately. Ah, okay. Boiger. Elden Ring is easily the best of that kind of game. Big Dark Souls in all the best ways. Check some more channels, not working on any. Weird. God damn it! Those spikes are so annoying. Bryce, I have to start from here. Can I newt? Change! I'm pink now, chat. Ooh, and I can Power Blade too. Nice. Change! Ow. Yeah, those are some nasty hitboxes. I'm not a fan. Like, honestly, I'm not even sure how to get up there. Ugh. Something must be up with your login or something, Tradon. That's really weird. Ow. Start a Mario run in Elden Ring? What is... Are there some boots that let you jump on enemies and kill them? Ground slam, a big hammer, fireball spell. Nice. Man, whatever power I had for this boomerang was a significant upgrade. This thing ain't killing anybody, I know. So I suppose the artist who did the box art for this got sued by Arnold Schwarzenegger, suggesting they used his license. But the box art is a photo of the artist. Oh shit, that's awesome. Dude, that's so good. I love it. Hang on, can I like... I have those L tanks. I feel like those should heal you. That's what I need. Give me the real deal boomerangs. It really looks like him. I think you could kind of be forgiven for thinking any big muscly meathead man in the late 80s, early 90s was meant to look like Arnold Schwarzenegger. But at the same time, with that understanding, if you are Arnold Schwarzenegger, you need to be kind of understanding of that, you know? But Arnie never exactly struck me as the modest type. It was always interesting to me. I love watching. Oh shit, she threw frisbees. I love watching stuff on YouTube that's like actors talking about their iconic roles and like the timelines of their careers and stuff. You know, those GQ variety features that they do. It's always shit. I knew that was gonna happen too. It's always really interesting. God damn it. To hear how, wow, okay, I guess we'll just try stage 2 then. How different actors will talk about their careers. And like Arnold in particular, whenever he's talking about his roles or his films, he just focuses on like what records they set in gross, or like if it was the first time that anyone had done something. Like if he had set some kind of record, or if he was like immortalized for something. Like, dude really just seems to care about his legacy, and that's it. Which is unfortunate, because like he seems he's funny to listen to. He can be really funny. But he's just not very interesting when he's talking about his career, because he's just talking about how great he is. Can I dress the part of the old aristocrat cowl? Looks kind of like a Mario cap. Twins was the first time anyone was Danny DeVito's twins. He's not the best actor in Jingle All the Way, but not for lack of trying. Oh my god. Dude. Okay. This is a mean-ass game, chat. They had more of these grinders on the ceiling in that room. It's gonna be another like timed run where the ceiling is gonna come down and I'm gonna have to outrun it. But man, I'm not even sure I actually have to duck there. Ow. Okay, don't go up and get that item. It's like suicide. Yeah, this is a pretty unkind game. Your boomerang skills from the first one would come back to you. Ha ha! Great Arnie cameo in 80 Days Around the World remake where they distracted by knocking over a giant golden statue of himself. He screams, no, not the big statue of me. With all of his heart. That's pretty funny. I can definitely appreciate it more if there's some self-awareness. Yep, more ceiling saws. The never-ending ceiling saws. Ow! Fuck. Okay, apparently we gotta jump down in the fish tank. I just got some E. All right, cool. Just mysteriously material. No! There was a burger right there. Oh my god. Okay, I think I'm done with this one, chat. This game is so much meaner than the original. So much meaner. Kind of shocking, honestly. Like the original Power Blade is a nice even-handed platformer. Got some decent gimmicks in it and stuff. This one is just like punitive. This one's mean. It bothers me in these old games when there's just not that much going on the screen. There's just this one dumb thing that will kill you. Like if this game was like absolute chaos and stuff, I would actually, like if there were enemies and bullets flying everywhere and like spiked walls and all kinds of if there was all this shit going on, I would actually understand a bit better. But just having like some really shitty jumps and spikes, just a few spikes in the wrong places is just annoying. It's just really annoying is what it is. Speaking of annoying, let's talk about Spooderman. Return of the Sinister Six. Doc Ock devises a sinister scheme. Everyone's favorite web-slinging superhero makes his NES debut in Spider-Man: Return of the Sinister Six from LJN. Spidey's arch-villain Dr. Octopus has reunited the infamous Sinister Six. A group of master criminals are bent on world domination. Spider-Man's your job to stop these evildoers from carrying out the plan. Face each of them on turf. Electro waits the power plant. Sandman sent away and tossed away dumb. Mysterio rules over House of Illusion. Vulture lurks in the Six Dark Cave. Rock Transit, Mr. Castle. Make your move. Jump. Press the B button. Oh no. Oh no, do they have backwards ass controls in this? B is jump and A is punch. Oh boy. Had one of these on Sega. That was the thing. Once they made a game, they ported it to fucking everything. The Spider-Man and X-Men in Arcade's Revenge, I think, is on literally everything. There's like an NES, SNES, Game Boy, Genesis. There's like every fucking version of that game. MCU ran one short, so they became the Sinister Five. Not quite the same punch without the alliteration. I know, right, Gilder? Sorry, Glider. But these old comics lived and died on alliteration. Sinister Six. Peter Parker. Otto Octavius. Hey everyone, I just owned a climate activist on Twitter. Time to sit down with some nice Jerry's Pizza. Oh no. Yeah, Bruce Banner. This is without even getting over into the DC shit. Clark Kent. Lana Lang. Literally anybody named by Jim Lee and Jack Kirby. Reed Richards. Did they though? You can never prove the Mysterio isn't in any given scene. Stage 1, Electro takes charge of the situation. Your spider sense tells you the high voltage hooligan Electro is hidden away in the power station, swinging through the streets of the city and breaking into the station's generator building. Electro's henchmen will try to keep you from entering their leader's chamber, but you can convince them to let you go with a few well-placed punches. Ever so slightly germane to this conversation, but Yesterworld on YouTube, their most recent video is about the Howard the Duck movie. The one that killed Marvel movies for like 2 decades. That was an interesting watch. There was a lot of shit about the development of Howard the Duck that I did not know about. So that's a really interesting one if you need something to watch. Head trauma will convince me to do about meat anything. Duck boobs. My father loves Howard the Duck. Duck boobs, woohoo! Alright, so it looks like you wander around in the slums for a while, avoid some landmines, and then you end up in a warehouse and you pick up a key and then you fight Electro. Try not to think about the duck boobs, woo woo! Obviously, they need to bring back Howard the Duck. Obviously, they're going to. They bothered to tease him in both of the Guardians of the Galaxy movies. So, can't wait to see how that goes. Can't wait to see who's going to be saddled with the task of actually recovering Howard the Duck's legacy. I feel like modern Marvel is up to the challenge. I feel like they can do it. I'm just curious how they're going to do it. Or it could be Nemrod. Let's hope he destroys Marvel movies for another 20 years. So are we playing this? I think has it been requested? Yeah, it's been requested. There's no escape. We're locked in, chat. This is what we're doing tonight. Howard the Duck is a pretty neat property. So the Yesterworld documentary on it went into the history of Howard the Duck, like the publications and the marketing and the creators and whatnot. And it does sound really cool. It does sound genuinely cool. Excuse me. I did not know that Howard the Duck actually was originally from Man-Thing. Was like one of the bizarre life forms that came from the swamp at the nexus of all realities or whatever. Oh, sorry. Yeah, Japanese name Power Blade 2. We did actually. Let me check that real quick. Let's take a quick look. Cause yeah, obviously we're gonna play some fucking Spider-Man, so. It's Captain Saber. Captain Saver. Now this is interesting. There's only one, I only have one Captain Saver. And I don't know which one it is offhand. So let's have us a look. It's Captain Saver. 1992? Oh, it is Power Blade 2. All right. Well, it's still the year 2200. I hate to disappoint, it really is the same plot. Yeah, it's the same dude. Yeah, it was Christmas music in the other one too. This is just Die Hard. Die Hard with cyborgs apparently. Yeah, it was Christmas music in Power Blade 2. Sorry, Xmas, right? One something. The government has decided to murder all of them. Okay, it's the same game. It's literally the same game. Fair enough. Okay, anyway. Let's play Spooters, mans. Can't believe the 80 Reaganomics guy existed in Japan too. Oh, they had a lot of them. You can believe it. Japan had no shortage of their own yuppies, mind you. Spooters, James Spaderman. Okay, here we go. Spider-Man better have some good duck boobs, or those will all have been for nothing. I cannot believe you just typed that sentence. Also, I cannot believe that this is the splash screen. Dr. Octopus is plotting the crowning caper of his criminal career to rule the world. He has reunited the Sinister Six, and with these supervillains together again, nothing stands in their way. Except Spider-Man. Yeah, did LJN not understand how skin tone? Look at this shit. Dr. Octopus is a thumb. Dr. Octopus is just a hairy thumb. Hobgoblin is like a shriveled kernel of corn. What the fuck? Let's play the video game. I'm excited now. I think Spider-Man is getting zapped in the taint. And Electro is super into it. 6 guys and one of them has no powers. Favorite Spider-Man game is the PS1 game? Oh dear God. Oh dear. Oh, wow, this is bad. Oh, he exploded. Spider-Man just killed that guy. Chat, this controls like ass. This controls really bad. It's so stiff. What the fuck was that? Who the fuck is shooting missiles? I'm sorry, what? Okay, that's actually kind of a neat... Whoa! Oh God, oh Christ. It's actually kind of a neat web swinging mechanic. Okay. Fine, everything's fine. I'm Spooters Man. Whee! I'm Spooters Man. I'm going the wrong way. Whee! I landed on a landmine. Because I'm Spoodermans. I did it! Does the ability to tear people to pieces with your bare hands redeem the bad controls? It's almost, kind of. Dude, these controls are so bad. You can just hold the punch indefinitely. The punch makes you step forward. If you double tap, you do a flying kick. I can't believe these guys just fucking explode. They're just some of the dumbest enemies I've ever seen in a game, too. Spider-Man looks less like Spider-Man and more like he's gonna rob a convenience store. He looks like dumb meme Spider-Man. Like the Gooby Please Spider-Man. Oh God. Is that? I think that's actually a thing I want. I think that's web fluid. This is amazing. No entry. I can't even get up there. Well, he just died. Rip you, I guess. Use webs, idiot. Oh, friend. It's not that simple. You have no air control, by the way. Once you initiate a jump, it's over. It's done. You're jumping. Say what you like about the 60s Spider-Man cartoon. Does the second most iconic JJ? I've never seen that one, actually. Where's there a key? Purple for putrid gameplay, blue for bad musical abominations, green for graphical farts and garlic, yellow for piss poor lack of loyalty to source material. I need the key. I don't know where the key is. I literally don't want you to do that. I literally want you... Thank you! Well, that sucked. You have a gun? No, you can shoot web bolts. That's always been a Spooderman thing. Oh, and now I'm out. So, because you have web fluid, you can run out of web fluid. Oh, apparently not. I don't know what the fuck is going on in this game anymore. I'm not sure I ever did. I don't think I can get back up there. I don't think that's the thing I can do. Oh my god, come on, fucker. I mean, Parker. How many minutes are we being auto suffer through this again? 20. This is probably the last game we're playing tonight, so gotta make something of it, I guess. But I mean, if I can't find the fucking... Wait, was that a new... Hang on. Oh, God. No, I thought maybe you could do like a really high jump or some shit, but apparently not. I don't know what to do. Oh, you can destroy the door. Okay. Ow. My mistake was I saw a thing in Nintendo Power about a key, and I was like, oh, obviously I need a key. But I don't. Now I need a key. There it is. My god. Oh my god. Alright, I think it's Electro time. Yep, it's Electro time. Turn it off! So bad. Chat, this is so bad. Spooderman, please. Spooderman, please! Spoodermans! I was really hoping I could just do that. No. God. No, just die. No, I have to hit him again. Fuck. No, other way. You idiot. No, kill him. Yes, I exploded Electro. Ah, Sandman appears with a fist of fury. Raimi Spider-Man has the best Green Goblin, yes. I don't think anyone's gonna be able to Defoe at anything, yeah. He's like the Jack Nicholson of the Spider-Man franchise now. Like pretty much any performance is going to be measured against him. So, and I mean, it's not like most of the other Spider-Man villains are bad or anything. Why are there rats? Spider-Man doesn't fucking fight rats. I mean, I thought like Raimi's Dr. Octopus was excellent as well. I love Raimi's Spider-Man too. Oh my god. Oh my god, Peter. Oh my fucking god, are you for real with this? Maybe he's secretly Ratman. Raimi should have Spider-Man team with Darkman. That would be so much fun. Jesus Christ. I told you, chat, there is no air control in this game. Why does Spider-Man have cake when he's climbing? Oh, that's a good point. We like the Vulture in the MC reboot. That's just because Michael Keaton is mesmerizing. I still haven't seen that one. The only one of the Marvel Spider-Mans I've seen is the newest one. No Way Home. And I liked it. It was all right. What the fuck? What? Do I need to punch through this pipe now or some shit? I guess they don't actually do damage or anything like that. I still, like, I've beaten the first level and I still don't understand how the web swinging works in this. Homecoming's really good. So desperately miss it Raimi didn't get to have the lizard for the third movie. That would have been great. I mean, Raimi's Spider-Man 3 is bad, and I don't blame him for that. Like, I know how much interference there was with that and how many things got jammed in that movie that he didn't want to deal with. But it doesn't change the fact that it's a real bad movie. If you're Spider-Man, why can't you climb up walls? Good fucking question. That is an excellent question. One that absolutely deserves an answer that we're not going to get because this game is ass. I also never saw the James Garfield Spider-Mans, and now that I've seen No Way Home, I'm kind of sad that I didn't because I really like him as Spider-Man. Andrew Garfield, whatever the fuck his name is. I know he's got the same name as the cat, that's it. The most he's out of line, but he's right, was Raimi thinking Venom sucked, because frankly, a lot of his material at that point did. I mean, obviously, there are good and interesting things you can do with Venom. Like, Venom is not inherently a shitty character, but also, you absolutely do not want to give a character like Venom to a director or any creator who's not interested in doing something with them. So. I don't know what the shit I'm supposed to do here. Garfield movies aren't good, but he's good in them. That's the impression that I get. Like, I know his Spider-Man 2 is bad. I know it is just straight up bad. Which is unfortunate, because he seems like a real cool dude. He is great in No Way Home. If you read Maximum Carnage or something, can't wait thinking the character isn't good, I can't blame him. Yeah. Yeah, I get that. I mean, Venom really was like a very one-note villain for a long time. Emotional catharsis in No Way Home made up for him getting shafted in his movies. I blame being bad on the effects they chose to do with Electric. Yeah, that was weird too. They just made so many weird choices in that movie. Hi y'all, I was watching a movie that eventually let you down. Oh, so that's pretty germane to the discussion, I think. What movie was it, if I may ask? It better be Event Horizon. Please don't say Barbie. Resurrection, a horror movie that tightens the ratchet for almost 2 hours to let out with a pfft at the end. Oh, that's a shame. So a whole lot of build up and then doesn't stick the landing. That sucks. All right, I feel like there is some mechanic to this game that I am missing that would let me out of here. But I'll be goddamned if I can figure out what it is. Do you build a ladder out of the rats? If I did, that would be too stupid even for me. How could Spooderman not climb a wall? I know. I know, it's so sad. This is a really, really sad Spider-Man game. All right. LJN, you've done it again. All right, this is where we part ways with Spooderman. But don't worry, Spooderman will return in some other LJN horse shit at some point. Don't you worry none. Or do worry. Actually do fear for your lives. Have you all seen Spider-Man, the 70s Japanese adaptation? Yes. Yes, I have. Okay, so we ended up here apparently. Move away from falling rats. Apparently I wasn't supposed to go up, I was supposed to go down. I was supposed to go down here, and then across here, and then up here to some caves, and then fight the Sandman. Even the garbage jump to the right, that looks like an impossible jump. The controls in this Realm of Bor are so bad. They're so stiff, there's no air control. A whole lot of really shitty canned animations. Stage 3 is the hunt from Mysterio. Apparently you get infrared goggles in this stage, so you can get through a red hallway. And then you fight Mysterio. And then Vulture, you just wander around Shit Town for a while, and then punch an old man. This Hobgoblin image up in the corner is actually pretty horrifying. I remember thinking this was super creepy. It's cave, and then Dr. Octopus is in a castle for some reason. He's just in a castle. Spider Comics were at the time were super depressed Peter Parker, so I take that for why Japanese Spider-Man came out like that. That's pretty funny. Like an overreaction to it. All right, let's talk about some classified information. Plucky's Plunge for Tiny Toon Adventures. You can get some. Oh, apparently Plucky can clip through the wall in this underwater level. And then in a previous issue, we mentioned that Duck Vader's ship occasionally appears on the map screen. Oh, so this is just them refining their tip. You just need any multiple of 11 for that to happen. American Gladiators, 10-4 password. Agent 618, working deep undercover at American Gladiators HQ, has discovered a way to skip the fourth round of this game with 10 lives. Okay. Force code for Empire Strikes Back that nobody gives a shit about because that game sucks ass. Config mode and extra game in Kirby's Dream Land. Oh, extra game is nice. You can just skip straight to the extra game instead of having to beat the game once. I know that Edge of the Spider-Verse or whatever, the Japanese Spider-Man shows up and even uses catchphrase Emissary of Hell. I can't wait for that. That's gonna be so good. Contra 3, The Alien Wars, Stand and Deliver. Spot on stage 3 is combat thriller. You can earn points aplenty by just standing still and firing your weapon. You can do this to accumulate the maximum of 29 lives in reserve. Possible to fire 2 weapons simultaneously in Contra 3. Weird, okay. Secret room locations in Smash TV. Come and go in Joe and Mac. New configuration in Thunder Spirits. That's all pretty cool. And then I guess we can go ahead and go through the Zelda comic for the month. I'll just stop when we hit the Game Boy stuff. This is chapter 10. To Turtle Rock and Zelda. Before we find a map on this ice, we're likely to get buried in the snow. After Zora saved Link from defeat in Misery Mire, our hero sets off for the Tower of Ice with Ephraim Cochrane. It's rumored that a map of the location of Turtle Rock lies in the tower in Turtle Rock. Link hopes to find Zelda. Okay, so I love this. This is how the author of this comic conceives of the Ice Palace in Link to the Past. And this is super cool. A giant spiky horizontal tower of ice across a chasm. Pretty big swerve from like a temple on an island. Isn't that neat? Yeah. And he totally finds it by accident. His snow skiff thing flies into the chasm and just happens to land on it. This way. Admiring my wall decorations. Who are you? I don't want any trouble. I just want to see the map of the Dark World. Map, you say? The map you speak of is Cold Stone. Oh, Cold Stone. I love their ice cream. Greatest treasure, I'll never let you gaze upon it. Arise, Stalfos, destroy him. These guys are really cute, though. Oh, and they've got little Mega Man legs. I like that. That's cute. Looks like somebody dropped a hot dog. Yep, they keep reforming. Link gets super pissed off and electrocutes everything. Got quite a temper. If you bring the place down, you'll destroy the map also. Look down, fool. So there's apparently a big map of the Dark World etched into the floor of the room. Link, you must strike the rock with thunder. Over there? And then the whole thing falls down. Is it a cold stare in the game? Probably. I didn't misread it, did I? No, they say cold stone in here. Yep, Link in this comic is a total dumbass. He just kind of dumbs his way through everything. Anyway, literal Turtle Rock up there. They blah blah his journey up there. Following the map, he glimpsed in the ice tower. Link finally arrived at Turtle Rock with Esmeralda. But Zelda's got to be here. Well, where's the door? Strike the rock with thunder. All right, he sticks his sword in it. He gets struck by lightning. Somehow survives. Ends up in a lava lake. Place is hot as an inferno. And there's Zelda. And 3 big dragon heads. It's in the turtle's butthole, obviously. Rah. I love this page so much. This guy breathes fire, the guy breathes ice. Fire from one head, ice from the other. This one's Schizoid Serpent. And then thoink. They're like, Rome, how did you get here? Like, ha ha ha, I followed you all this way. Now we shall truly see if one of us is the legendary hero. Aha. He's totally stealing the glory here. This comic had to rule as a kid since I think I would have been stunned looking at this in comparison to comics or cartoons. Yeah, this weird Cyborg 09 looking addition to the Zelda canon. Now schizophrenia works like, look, their medicine is not so advanced in Hyrule, okay? Treatment is basically go to the old lady in the woods, bring a mason jar and drink whatever the fuck she gives you. 20th century schizoid dragon. Featuring Jay from the King of Braves. All right, well, we have made it to the Game Boy section, so I do believe this is where we're going to stop for the evening. We actually did pretty good tonight, despite despite sitting around and talking about Hard Rock Cafe and Arby's for like an hour and a half. We did make it to where we wanted to be, and we ran out of music too. That's funny. It's the perfect sign. Red or green, don't mind the side effects, yeah. So, on Saturday, chat. On Saturday, we're going to be taking a look at this. Game Boy Bionic Commando. Something that I don't think most people probably remember even existing. I don't even know if this is... I mean, okay. Looking at the map up here, it looks like a port. Looking at the inventory, it looks like a port. This is definitely not the first level of the NES game, though, so we'll work out what this is. Also, this is a pretty rad art up here in the top left. Dang, I missed a long Hard Rock Cafe discussion. You did. We were talking about the whole destination restaurant phenomenon with Hard Rock Cafe and Planet Hollywood and Rainforest Cafe and stuff. It was good. It was good stuff. Kind of does look like the first level. Yeah, this does. This does. Okay, we'll have to see. We'll have to see how it all shakes out. I guess it's just a different art style, and they didn't bother to put the water underneath it. Planet Hollywood, one of the worst meals I ever ate in a restaurant. Yeesh. Yeah, I remember not being terribly impressed with the food. So anyway, chat. Tomorrow night is the wheel. I'm going to be taking all the roguelikes that you have found and submitted over the week, throwing them on the wheel. We're going to spin it thrice and play the games that are selected, and whichever one is the most entertaining of the evening will earn that person channel VIP or some bonus death marks if they're already a VIP. Saturday, we'll pick up right from here. We'll play Bionic Commando. You'll probably make me play some other Game Boy games. We may crack into the Super NES stuff. I don't know that we're going to get to Mario Kart on Saturday because there's a bunch of other stuff in the way, but we'll see. We'll see. Also tomorrow night, I mentioned this at the very end, at the very beginning of the stream. I should mention at the end. I'm going to start a vote next week, and I'm going to talk about the games that are going to be on it tomorrow. Because I may have some details about some of them, like whether or not they'll show up on future votes or not. I'm not going to play coy with this one. I'm going to let y'all plan ahead and consider your options before we start voting, because I think there's a chance that we can finish the original Fallout next week, or at least get even if we don't, we're going to be very, very close to it. I think no more than a night or two away. So we'll go ahead and get that going, because I got plans, I got thoughts, I'm thinking things like I always am. But for now, chat, let us go find somebody to raid and hang out with and have a good time with. how about, since we have been talking about Fallout so much lately, how about we go hang out with Hiwang, who is still playing Fallout New Vegas. I think they're in the DLC right now. I think. So let's see. We shall see. Anyway, chat, thank you so much for coming out. Thank you for joining me for the glorious return of the Power Hours. I'm actually looking forward to checking out Game Boy Bionic Commando. I do like Bionic Commando quite a bit. I find it to be a very enjoyable game, and I'm interested to see how it translates to the Game Boy. So hopefully you are too. Hopefully I'll see you on Saturday for that. But first, of course, hopefully I'll see you tomorrow night for the Wheel of Stuff. I don't even know what the wheel is of anymore. It's just the wheel in all caps. So hopefully I'll see you then. Till then, as always, y'all take care. Bye, everybody.